Are you in this bitch? Huh? You didn't get it through the like through the PS4? It sent you. It should send you. It should have sent you like a notification or some shit. And if that shit don't work, then I'll just send you the text real quick. Are you in it? Oh, you are. Atlanta Hawks. Oh no, it's the Pelicans. Oh wait, no, it's not. Yeah. Can you hear this shit? Like the commentators and shit? Oh my, look at this dumbass shit. You ready? Look at his face.
It's an interconference contest here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder play one at home. And well, guys, every rookie
He always looks so fucking high, dog.
as they find their way into the league.
David Aldridge.
Filled that role for DJ, acting as a mentor and teaching DJ all he can about the game. He and DJ have quickly formed one of the closest bonds on the team. He's been a huge supporter of his early success. Guys?
And Wells, you know, he's had issues in the past of spouting off or having his focus questioned, but he seems to have his relationship with DJ as he has matured here as a player.
Partway through the season, some rookies are starting to hit that wall, that imaginary rookie wall. Doris, what can they do to power through it and continue?
You know, Kevin, I think
What
this
the
is
fuck?
where having the great leadership of veterans who understand what these young guys are going through, and then they help them, right? so they understand one, nutrition becomes important.
Oh, I got your dunks, Howard. What are you gonna do about it?
Degree of rest, right? You can't do it running, you can't do it full dance. And so much of the rookie's experience or young guys' experience in the league is shaped by the veterans around them.
All right, let's
Oh
hit the
my.
floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Charlotte, Cody Zeller out there with Batum. Then there's Howard. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Monk in at the shooting guard position. Zeller dishes to Howard. And yes, it's good. Howard's got the game going here with the first basket for Charlotte.
And a really nice job by Howard to come up with the high percentage interior shot. His shot selection has been superb.
Anthony with the bucket.
Yeah, boy, it never gets old watching this guy go to work at the offensive end. He's so gifted.
Zeller, a screen on Westbrook. Screen by Howard. Carter Williams with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Terrific design on the big foot. He lays it in.
Howard can rattle your Phillies when he sets a screen on you.
Here's Miller. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Monk kicks to Zeller. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Howard.
What the?
A putback.
I'm.
Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got his second basket.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Here's Miller. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. DJ's got 5 points. You think back to all the great NBA players who have been spokesmen for Gatorade, Greg. The latest name on that list now? That's right, you guessed it, DJ.
And that is lofty company that DJ joined. Jordan, the original Gatorade man, but they've had guys like Paul George and other stars as well. So expect to see a lot of Gatorade bottles placed around at his pressers from now on.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Westbrook in Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Well, this has become his bread and butter. The mid-range game has been good to Russell Westbrook.
Carter Williams, the pass to Batum. Back to Carter Williams. Off the screen. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
They drew a lot of fouls in that game, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watch it.
When your key contributors sit the bench because of foul trouble, obviously that's a problem, and they've got plenty of freebies from the charity stripe.
Howard setting the pick for Monk. Feeds it to Batum. Paul George with the steal. Drop up 2 there.
But Kevin, you allowed Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Drop up 2 there.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Miller with a screen on Carter Williams. Westbrook dishes to Miller. Great D that time from Batum.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Anthony, and it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions. And Howard's still a presence down low. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And he sinks the second.
Boy, guys, how about the offseason the Oklahoma City Thunder had? The acquisition of Paul George, one of the elite two-way players in the game, now playing alongside Russell Westbrook. Look out, everybody.
Now here's Carter Williams. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Goes up again. And Howard with the
That shit's so trash.
Howard's got 6.
And he is
Can't stop these
leading
offensive
in his
boards.
zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Miller penetrating. Here's Anthony. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find many players in the league that are as strong in the mid-range as Melo.
Hornets trail by 6. Carter Williams kicks to Zeller. Pass to Monk for the 3. That shot out for Monk. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep field. Here's Miller. Out to the wing. And stolen by
You
Howard.
idiot.
Now,
Are you watching like 20 seconds behind? Wow, that's just trash.
The dish now to Howard. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Howard.
This nigga here, dog. That's just so whack.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Westbrook.
God.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Boy, what about last season for Russell Westbrook? Not only the numbers he put up, but the jaw-dropping plays he delivered, and he helped this Thunder team to a season where many thought they'd be out of the playoff picture. He gets them into the playoffs.
And for Westbrook, they have to look at his season in a historical context. It was so great. Nor his contributions to his team in every facet of the offense, and how much his team depended on him from start to finish.
You're correct, Kevin. And it's not just the average of a triple-double, right? It went beyond that. It was his competitive spirit and a willingness to absorb the loss of an all-time great player, put his team on his back, and get them back to the playoffs. Truly incredible.
Now, here's Monk. He's covered closely. Oh, he blocked it and the puck's off the backboard. Here's Carter Williams. That doesn't go either for Carter Williams.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see him sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
Fires from the wing. Again, Carter Williams missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just basically gives up.
These niggas don't want to pass at all.
Over to the left wing. Overson. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Hornets trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And offensively, that night, it seemed like anytime they took one step forward, they'd end up taking 2 steps back.
It didn't seem, Greg, like they ever got any rhythm on the offensive end. They were in a hurry to get their shots off. Really difficult to win that way.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wells comes in for Andre Robertson. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to DJ. Back to Westbrook. Good. And Miller gets the assist. And that's now 9 points for Russell Westbrook.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
To the left side wing. Shot to stop the run. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DJ. Here's Aprinas. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. DJ out there with Anthony. And there's Roberson. And it's Aprinas in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
God damn.
And it's 7 points for DJ. And one of the stories surrounding DJ right now is that he's inked an endorsement deal with Reese's Puffs not too long ago. Next time you see DJ, it could be on the front of a cereal box tray.
And congrats to DJ for landing that deal as he continues to grow his presence. But to be honest, Kevin, I'm a little surprised Reese's Puffs didn't approach me for a deal. I like cereal. I eat Reese's Puffs.
Bucket is good.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper? Here's
Oklahoma City. They're on a 16-7 run. Abrinas kicks to DJ. Zeller grabs the board. Hornets trail by 18. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Grizzlies came through when they needed him. He scored 18 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. That was just the latest in a string of very productive games for him. We'll see if he can keep this streak going, Kevin.
Nice work, DA. Thank you. It was a very focused, intense performance we saw from him last time out.
And there was no letdown at any point in that game. That focus you talked about never went away.
And because of that attention,
You still watching this shit?
his impact was felt all over the floor at both ends. Just absolutely terrific.
This is a weak game. Niggas White House fucking eating me up.
Not surprising that companies would want to be a part of DJ's world.
Yeah, and first of all, you can't talk about Mountain Dew without giving a shout out to Karan Butler. Tough juice. DJ has earned every sponsorship he gets with how he's carrying himself, and most companies would be thrilled to get involved with him.
Well, listen, we know DJ's popular with his teammates, and it's not just about his great basketball play. This guy always comes with great music in the locker room. That's important.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. George is checked in. Batum against Anthony. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Knocks down the three ball. Kaminsky's got 5 now.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big guy.
Here's DJ, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. Sort of seems like every position on the floor is doing more multitasking these days, asked to do more, play differently. So when you're thinking about guards, which do you think do the best job of generating offense, say, out of the post?
Well, the preeminent player that comes to mind is Dwayne Wade. And this is a guy who, at his prime, athletically was as good in the transition game as anybody in the history of the game. I know you had certain NBA analysts who have called him arguably one of the best 2 guards to ever play it. The current iteration of this guy is probably DeMar DeRozan, right? We talk about the loss of the mid-range. Well, DeMar DeRozan is excellent in the mid-range, and now they're starting to put him in the low post and let him use his size and his length to create a little fadeaway jump shot. Really pretty to watch and effective for any number of guards.
You nailed it. Good team by Miller.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Oh my! Hey dog, look at this shit.
You get the sense this guy knows a highlight reel opportunity is coming, and DJ never passes that up.
That's so disgusting.
Disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
You look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
And the Hornets call time here. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and for 2 squads that don't know each other all that well, this should be an intriguing battle.
Right, in a matchup where you don't see the opponent often, there should be a lot of surprises. I don't know what to expect.
There's the feed to Monk. Right side, Batum. He kicks it to Kaminsky. Bangs on the trifecta.
This nigga here is goddamn
6 points in the
Steph Curry from the 3 and shit.
Start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
And here is DJ. He's got 13. Abrinas the pass to DJ. And DJ knocks it down.
Boy, Kev, what terrific rhythm to DJ's game tonight. Nothing rushed, nothing forced, smooth, efficient performance.
Kicks it to Zeller. Down low.
Oh my!
That's how it's done, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Pass to Abrinas. And it's thru penetrating. A shot, no good. Hornets trail by 16, and the foul called on DJ. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Carter Williams kicks to Kaminsky. On the wing, Batum. And Charlotte.
These niggas are not missing anything, dog. What is the difficulty in them?
The Thunder lead by 14.
I can't even get no boards because these niggas aren't missing.
Miller outside. The shot by George. Wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Monk. It's not going to go for him. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And it's Miller penetrating. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The one thing we saw with the Thunder last postseason, Doris, is that when Russell Westbrook comes off the floor, this team sometimes lost its direction.
Yeah, but now
78%.
in the fold, it makes sense
But
to
it breaks.
stagger their minutes. That way they won't have such a dramatic drop-off if Russell Westbrook leaves the floor.
Kaminsky sets the pick for Batum. Zeller played in with a nice touch off the glass. Zeller's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
These niggas are not like playing with me. Like they won't let me get 1 3 off, dog.
His second make in 4 attempts.
Well, fortunately,
Like, I can't pick and pop for bull on this shit.
shooter from anywhere.
These niggas are at my throat. Like no matter when I get the ball or where I get the ball. I think it's because I maxed my 3 out.
And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Guys, that's kind of
Like before, they would like kind of ease off because I had like a 68 3. Now they got a 75 3. These niggas are like at my throat, like they're guarding me at the perimeter and shit. I can't just hit easy shots no more.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Hornets also with the Sun. Mike Howard's checked in for Kaminsky.
It's imperative to stay attached to Russell Westbrook at all times. Even if picks are involved, you cannot allow him to get separation.
Monk kicks to Howard. Over Miller. No good from Howard.
not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
DJ dishes to Carmelo.
What? Have you ever seen that movie? I've never seen it before, but I always hear that.
Screen by Howard. Batum wide open. He fired. And it's off from three-point range. In the corner, it's Westbrook.
Not even the concept. I just remember they just that one infamous like Samuel Jackson like that line like, if I don't these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Hit by Zeller. Carter Williams kicks to Monk. The basket goes
I kind of thought that movie was supposed to be like, I kind of thought it was like a joke in itself. I didn't watch it, but like just from like hearing what people talk about it, that's what I'm saying. Like it was a serious, like these niggas were really trying to have like some suspenseful ass movie.
Carter Williams Zeller, screen on George. A shot by Batum, no good.
Yeah, I remember that, and the snake bites his dick, right?
And the shot is long.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Gotta make these shots right now.
What I wonder even more than that is why would Samuel Jackson choose to do that movie? Cause
Zeller setting the pick for Batum. Over Anthony.
Bro, that movie, I feel like that's like that whole movie is like an inside joke. It has to be, bro. Like, it has to be one of those movies that's so stupid that it's funny.
Now here's Carter Williams.
But, you know what I'm saying? Huh? I know. But I'm saying there's certain movies that are like so like whack that you know that they weren't like seriously trying to like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not serious, of course, but it's one of those movies that just so like outrageous that it's good. It's like a cult. It's just a, that's like a like a cult classic and shit. Like,
Batum attacking. Monk, no one around him, and the free ball is good. Monk's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-point.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you only watch it because it's so stupid. That's why you watch it.
Hornets trail by 15. And here is Carter Williams. Feeds to Batum.
I don't know if that movie was like it's supposed to be like a serious movie.
Here's Batum.
Well, then I don't know what to think. But
Powell dishes to Batum. 52 seconds left in the first half. Beyond the arc. Westbrook pulls it in.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
And stolen by Zeller. Now Monk. He had a 21.
that's what I'm saying. It's one of those like inside joke, like sci-fi the channel movies and shit like that. Like,
His marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
it's not like I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. I've just seen so many clips of it that
Here's Miller. That's good. And so Westbrook comes
every one that I've seen is like stupid funny. Like
With a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
like the first one that I saw was the nigga got his dick bit off. Second one, of course, is the fucking Samuel Jackson talking about these motherfucking snakes.
So it's the Oklahoma City Thunder sitting with their comfortable lead.
And then there's always like some random scene that I've never seen. I've never seen the movie. I guess I should watch it just to laugh my ass off.
Thank you, Kevin. Now your scoring has been big in the first half, but also rebounding has been huge. What's allowed you to have such an impact?
Yeah, I think everyone on the floor has been doing a great job of boxing out and finishing defensive stuff.
It depends how big the spider is. If it's a fat spider, then you're an idiot.
I give credit for the rebound, but as a team, I'm really happy with
But if it's like a black widow, nah, you're gonna feel that,
You
bro.
guys are all doing it together. Thank you.
Like, it's got like a fat ass and shit, like ready to just chomp on you.
Time to get the third quarter.
Should I play this whole game or should I sum it?
We'll get back to action now. It's been a one-team show so far.
Nah, they're not catching up. This is over with.
I mean, he really gave them a boost in that
Yeah, this is halftime. We scored 65 on them.
I think, Greg, you love it when a
But I do 12-minute quarters. What you on 10, right?
game, it makes every team better.
On the court
Oh
for
shit.
Charlotte.
So yeah,
Williams is out there with Monk. Then it's
I usually
Batum.
sim at this point,
There's Batum. And it's
but I'll keep
Howard.
it going just to see what kind of stats I can get. What?
And he got the
I
whistles
was about to say, I know that ain't no foul on me.
You think about what Coach Billy Donovan has had to deal with in terms of his roster.
Nah, fuck that bull. I'm assuming. One half of my games is like one of yours. You see what I'm talking about? 3 contact dunk, 540. You hit 3 limitless ranges, that's like 1,400 and shit. Nigga, damn, how I got 4,500?
Another one tonight. Yeah. Good job tonight, bro. Thanks, man. Point, check, rebound, check, assist, check, help deep, block, steal, check, and check. You got a stat buffet out there tonight, bro. Thanks, Shaq. Balanced stat sheet is the key to a healthy career. All right. Really coming into your own, fam. Keep rolling.
Yeah. Shut your mouth. What other movies? Oh, did you ever see that? I showed you that Tucker and Dale, right? Or you seen it before I even told you about it, right? That Tucker and Dale. Oh yeah, yeah. That's another one of those movies that's like, it's so dumb that it's fucking funny as fuck. Like, but it's like supposed to be that way. I don't know if Snakes on a Plane is like that, but the movie. It's like almost cringy. Should I put up speed or dunks? Or vertical or boards? See, look, this is my dilemma. Like every fucking time I get some VC. 92, 82. um, 79 standing, 75 driving, 77. Yeah. If I max that hoe. That's why those niggas that are always like the 7'3" idiots can always hit anything in my fucking mouth because they're just maxed out. But I can't. I haven't done that shit yet. This is my shit. See, my dunks are kind of weak though. 'Cause for an athletic finisher, this is kind of weak. I feel like it's enough to really shit on a nigga if I play good. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, I have to play. I have to feel like a little smarter than like the average, like a pure athletic finisher, like one of those cheesy ass rebound athletic. I have to play smarter than they do all the time. That's why they score like 10 on my head, and I'll score like 8. But it's just because it's like almost it's the like the skill is so like different. The attribute difference is so noticeable that I can't even like fuck with it unless I'm like, I have to be leagues ahead of you. If you're a pay to player, you're gonna automatically shit on me. So I have to be like play dumb smart just to match up with you. That shit pisses me off because they fucking whack. But they can do that shit just because they. That shit pisses me off though. He's already good, yeah. He's already nuts. He just has like little shit. Like he'll miss a fucking pass or some shit, and like he'll do like dumb shit like that, but he won't miss a shot. I don't know what the fuck to put up. Yeah, that's what he makes, dumb threes. When we went on that 7th Street, I wasn't even really doing nothing but getting boards. Honestly, I scored like 6 points. That nigga had like the rest of them. I don't know what the fuck to put up. I don't remember the last time I had this much VC. 5,000 VC in this game. 4,500. I mean, I don't know if I should put up my speed. Even though speed, look, this is that dumb shit that I was telling you about. Look, I put it up for 1,600, and it doesn't do shit. Oh my god, that's gonna piss me off. Do you see that? Look at that bullshit. I'm thinking about just putting my rebounding up, or nah, I think I should just put my dunk up a couple. I can't put it. No, I can get it on silver. Just cause I'm a sharp, so it nerfs me. I can't put up bull that matters. See, look, I told you, I'm not trying to put up my stamina because I'm still. Wait, no, I got Tyler score. Max. So I don't even need to worry about that no more. But yeah, what was you saying? Yeah. I mean, honestly, you're a point shooter, so really all you need is for like the first shits that you should do is like what ball handling, three, and stamina and speed and shit, right? Speed is, I think it's like both, but the speed with ball, it's like hand in hand. I think if I don't know, but I'm not sure about that. I'm just guessing. Yeah, you might. No. You're right. Speed is like without the ball. Ball handling is like yeah with the ball. Yeah, but that idiot's a real player. They don't give you that kind. If we like, it's probably like last year. You know how like last year, if you were a 95, like we were superstars last year. We were 95s, 96s. But if you put them niggas in like a real game, like if you put the same stats in like an actual roster, like a quick game roster, you're only like an 86. They just buff you up so you think you're good, but like 2K really holds you on that shit. Like you're not a 90, you're not a 95, you're fucking 87. That's what I'm saying. Like if you could really be Steph Curry in the fucking park, everybody would be pissed as fuck. That's why it's like it's a good balance. Like, and if you,
So much has been said about the role Shammy has played in
the
your
only
recent
thing that they could do
success.
that is like raise the score limit to 30, and everybody's overpowered. That's the only thing they could do. Or else everybody's gonna be pissed. Like 21's too short a score for everybody who can shoot in everybody's mouth.
He's been great to me. Like he taught me a lot about the game. He taught me how to deal with like opposing crowds.
Except if you want to take a hard nerf. Like,
Very knowledgeable.
really, a pure sharpshooter is just like a fucking. You're just a JJ Reddick.
Despite what some of you try to say about him.
And then you can shoot from.
Is that just how it goes down, TJ? Seems like
Yeah,
that's
OP compared to like park players, but like not in, like if you put the same shit, like if you play with a pure, like it's how Albert says, like when he plays career, he's not no pure sharp. Like he can't hit the same shots. Just like you can't. You're just stupid. Because those niggas are like so overpowered. Like the real NBA players. The quick game is like regular, and then the park is just fucking. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, there can't be no Kevin Durant in the park. That's all I know. Or else that shit would be stupid.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
I complain about 6, 7 threes in the park.
Good evening, everybody.
That nigga KD is 7 foot, so if you could like make a replica of him, then everybody would do that shit.
In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The wins have been coming pretty steadily for the Thunder. They have been a team.
Yeah, like everybody would be a Giannis or a fucking Kevin Durant or a small ass Curry, and there would be no stopping that. Like it doesn't matter. Like you might as well not even make a big man at that point, unless you're gonna be Shaq. Yeah, or LeBron, but even LeBron wouldn't really be that good in the part because you don't really need a high pass, or you don't need like that shit matters in like I don't know. I feel like that shit matters more in quick games than in the part because 3-on-3 you don't need to have like a fast pass or some shit. You can still get open. You don't need to have like Rondo passes as a 6'9" dumbass who just dunks on everybody and can shoot threes. This is the national anthem.
Nothing goes together like the Pacers at Indiana as we get ready for an interconference contest here in Indianapolis. Thanks for joining us as we
It's cool when you're like playing a quick game, but not when I'm trying to play the career and grind.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Perry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. This road trip for the Thunder kicking things off here in this one. Up and the three. Well, thanks, David. It's great to have a mix of those things. Adapt or die, as they say. Now that we're into the year, some teams starting to show cracks, Brent, could use an infusion of talent. How hard is it to make an in-season trade that can really have an impact on your team?
I think it's more and more difficult, Kevin, with the rules and the way that the salary cap is set up for teams really that are contending for something big to go out and all of a sudden grab that one piece. It's very rare that a team can go out that's sitting on top of the standings and find that one specialist that's going to come in and make that team even better. So when that does happen, you have to really commend GMs that have.
You've lived in other states, right? I think we're the only state that has that, right? Just because we were like, yeah, we were like our own country for a while. That's why it's a thing. Yeah. Yeah, we're the Republic of Texas. I think that's why we have our anthem. I don't remember that, but I'd have to hear it before I remember it. If I read like the first 3 lines, I could probably like remember. Yeah. But I remember when I used to do that, boo, I didn't really care. Like the teacher would always yell at me like, stand up, like I don't know. I would always hear that shit. Like I don't really care about this shit. Like I'm kind of slept. Just like leave me alone.
The kick out to Westbrook. Back to George. Got a piece of it. A shot by Anthony, no good.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested.
That's funny. I was born here, and I was like, man, this shit stupid as fuck. You like made it important because you weren't from here.
1 of 5 so far, not an ideal start.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Yeah.
You could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
And for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean,
Yeah, like I would just stand up. Sometimes I would just stand up and like sit on my desk, and the coach, and then like the whoever, like the coach or like the teacher would be like, "You stand up," and I'd be like I'm just like I'm not in the mood. Like just leave me alone.
Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
Turner with the screen for Collison. Pass to
Nah, you couldn't catch me doing that, bull, and I probably should just so I could like shut their mouths, but I should have done it just so they would have like never said anything. But I was just too timid up and like too stubborn to like care. Like get out of my face.
Indiana moving it around. Here's Turner. That misses off the back. Here's Oklahoma City. Right now they're 9-0 run. Dishes it to Westbrook. And it's Miller penetrating. He doesn't hit that one.
That shit was.
He did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was it for sure.
Funny though.
Now on the play, that's the count. So it'll be a 3-point play chance.
I remember at Johnson, bro. That's a weird school to be at. If you're like not white.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger.
Like people would really take that shit as like an insult or something. Like
Floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
like not standing up for the anthem or like saying a certain thing that doesn't like. I don't know. I just remember this one girl crying, bawling her eyes out. Have I ever told you about that? She was bawling her fucking eyes out because Barack Obama was president. And she was like, we have a fucking Muslim as president. Like, what do you think is going to happen to the world or some shit like that. And I was like, wow, like, you're being so force-fed. Like, I'm not going to shit on you. Like, I should, but I'm not going to shit on your opinion because it honestly doesn't matter to me that much. But at the same time, like, bawling. No, we weren't even Timmies. We were like juniors. This was like my sophomore, junior year. When did Obama get elected the first time? No, the second time. The second time. No, the second time, I mean, though. That's what I was saying. And that's... Oh, I don't know. I was just like, wow, like, honestly, like, you got, like, I'm not gonna shit on your opinion, but your opinion's kind of shitty, like.
You can take bad shots.
Like,
That's not what they did here tonight.
Westbrook dishes to DJ.
It was John McCain.
I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Half the lead. Turner with the screen for Oladipo. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Miller's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Roberson. You can't get that one. Indiana will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City. They were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
Yeah, it was very poor, their performance on the glass. And it wasn't the only reason they got blown out as badly as they did, but it was the biggest reason.
That's what I'm saying. It's a running joke, like, on future, like, this is one of the only times that I've heard of this. But on the Futurama, they always like every other season they always make fun of. Like every time something's going bad for a politician, like a Republican, They always say blame it on the immigrants and the fucking and the healthcare and all that bullshit.
Well, it's that athleticism that intimidates Kevin, quite frankly. You hear a lot of players who went through this huge growth spurt to make them elite. That's exactly what happened to Russell Westbrook, going from about 5'8" to 6'3" in a hurry. But to have that kind of bullish mentality,
I don't know,
as a
man.
point
It's
guard
just the
in
way
this league,
shit
against
is.
that kind of size,
But
that's impressive stuff.
Here's Turner. Gets that one dropped. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Really
I mean, it really, honestly, doesn't have to make sense when they win. I mean, if you're talking to the right person, they're gonna agree with you no matter what.
Here we go. And that one good.
Well, able to explode in the paint at will, and a great finisher. Westbrook a terror once he gets in there.
Pass the lead.
It's just like this, like the
Screen. Ellison with it.
Kaepernick shit, and like I don't know, man. It's just like everybody has different opinions, like. And I try to stay open-minded, but like, gee, dude.
They've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, Westbrook's so ferocious going to the rim.
Yeah, there's a difference between like pure ignorance and like even people who who agree, like Trump supporters they're not all like fucking radical, like they're not, yeah, like.
And you know, when everyone's working together, taking care of their roles, it just
Yeah, of course.
Well, they not only had the
But
right strategy, but they were
either way,
very
people
exact
can always find a logic in it
calling the right plays.
because he's not saying it for no reason. He knows that there's a certain logic that people will pick up to,
Out to the wing.
whether we agree with it or not.
Play and the jumper's good.
nice screen, really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
And he gets the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 9.
A big guy with the motor is such a luxury in this league.
Yeah, but what the problem is, or not even the problem, what the big difference is that this man's saying this crazy shit, and apparently half of America is agreeing.
6 on the shot clock.
That's what's crazy to me.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Like I don't really care about that Republican, like Democrat. Like honestly, I don't really care. But this nigga's like kind of nuts, and like if you agree with it, like I don't know, like I said, I try to keep an open mind, but like
So the whistle blows on the shot.
some of the shit that he says is just like nuts and doesn't like make any sense.
For a while as a player, as a broadcaster, in the Jerry Maguire movie. Is there anything else?
So kind of you, Kevin, to bring that up.
I'm just reading the list here. Is there anything else?
How did I? Hold on. How did I miss 2 shots, 2 free throws
Really like to do?
that were 75%, and I missed both of them?
I was asked to come down to the studio with the late Seeley, and him and I actually were in the video for the movie's primetime song.
No kidding.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
And it's Miller with the jam.
Burst of speed down the lane. I like the way that DJ finishes.
Yeah, that's honestly what I said. I was just telling my parents, they're like freaking out. And I'm like, honestly, like the best you can do now is like
He's coming off a 10-point game.
just hope he's not as shitty as you think he is, and it hasn't really been that way.
Was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy.
Yeah.
It's been terrific
But
in the first quarter. And off to an
there's a lot of effect, like
from long range.
So the
that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are getting
Some of his shot selection.
like a lot of people are like can't go to college because they're, what is it, the DACA? Yeah, DACA.
Try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Like a lot of people can't get their like education, and it's education for people who aren't native or people who are descendants of non-natives. And that nigga just said like, nah, fuck all that shit.
Westbrook's got 13.
There's a lot of shit that like
That movie a few
I don't know, man. Like,
Allison
that's why it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, how can you be on one side all the time?
short, but it's good off the front iron.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Terrific
Like nobody, no singular person is like has like a separate idea
On the interior,
from the
this is just
from the
smash
1,000 people that you talk to
Allison, the pass to Sabonis.
that are high up in like
Stevenson for three.
that are like high up in like government. Like you're all you have to be like Democrat and like say the same things or like Republican or like you have to do that. Nobody has like their own opinion.
1:37 left to play here in the first.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limit the defensive effort.
Outside Jefferson. And Westbrook pulls it down.
no doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Upside Jefferson. Now here's Collison. He's tightly guarded. That one falls.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, there's like Fox is Republican and like CNN is Democrat, but like there's literally nobody in between. Like, y'all are literally the only two opinions that anybody can have. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, that's why it just kind of doesn't matter to me, because honestly, it's just like whoever's winning, like whoever's blowing somebody out.
Sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Collison against Grant. Collison kicks to Sabonis. They grab their own miss.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. A shot. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And that's 17 points for Russell Westbrook. Jefferson is screen on Westbrook.
That's what I'm saying. Well, nah, that's a, he's a different, like, yeah, like that's just like some, like, I don't know, like you must be hiding something. Like, if that's all you have to talk about, then you have to be like, there has to be something more important than that. Like, you're the fucking president. It's just like I said, it's like Fox. It's all positive, but maybe not all positive, because they can't like spin everything, because he's just such like a he's such like a dynamic. Yeah, he's a Republican. He's such like a dynamic president. Like, no, there's never been no shit like this before. So like they can't defend everything, but they will defend him to like as hard as they can, because they're paid hundreds of billions and millions of dollars to do it. And like CNN's on the opposite side, like shitting on a nigga. But yeah, like, but he's such a like a unique, and not in a good way, unique. Like, at least not to me. Like, such a different kind of president. Like, nobody's ever dealt with this kind of shit before. With some Twitter, like he's got Twitter fingers. Like, nobody's ever dealt with a president like that. Usually it's like Barack or like George Bush, just being like, just like, I don't know, just saying some simple shit. This nigga's like he Yeah, I'm like you. I don't really get too involved, but with the shit that I do see, I'm like, it's just like confusing. Like, how? Or like, why? Or
fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
You know what's funny? What finger thing?
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, teams finished near the top with points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps reinforce that strength.
That shot was good work defensively by John.
Yeah, I know
He's been off. The team's still winning, so the hope is that he's gonna get going.
Here's Oladipo. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Doesn't go that time. So Indiana will take it the other way. Feeds it to Bogdanovich. That's good, and Stevenson with the assist.
I don't know about this. I know what you're talking about with Obama, but I don't know what you're talking about with Trump, because I haven't really seen that. I haven't seen a lot of footage of him like actually doing a speech.
What? And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Now you look at Miller, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our finalists and contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, if they don't invite me to be a judge,
I follow this channel on YouTube. It's called something charisma, but it's just like, it's kind of like I'm talking about what you just said, like everything that everybody does that makes them so like appealing and like juicy and shit. Well, it's not the same thing that you're talking about, but it has to do with what you were just saying.
And Oladipo pitch to Bogdanovich. Pass to Lee. Shoots over Adams. And Adams.
But this channel, it does do politicians and shit, but they do people like Will Smith and like Bruce Lee and shit like that.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break.
Like they do shit like that. I'm pretty sure they do Trump though. I wouldn't doubt it, because that nigga's stupid charismatic.
Stevenson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's what I'm saying.
he is automatic for me. If you're going to leave him,
You have to have a certain spark, like a certain charisma to you, that makes people want to listen to you.
Adams' shot is good. And the Thunder lead by 11.
and I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Outside Bogdanovich. A minute 20 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Lee. No good off the front iron. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Miller outside. And Robertson
Yeah.
gets to George.
He just really like he just had that energy. Like
Miller up on top.
he's like there's certain people that are like born to fucking.
Miller the pass to George. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 3 assists in the game.
And there's never been any question about
He does it on a different way. He does it on like more of like a reality TV show, like Jersey Shore kind of way. Like you're listening not because he's like,
that shot there. Trust is lacking.
because he uses like he has like triggers. Like
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there.
he's simple in the way that he talks, but he always gets your attention.
Offensive rebound. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Ananogu's checked in for Indiana. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Ferguson's checked in. Turner are no good on the free throw.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
I mean, so far, he's not doing shit. This so far, this nigga's fired, like, he's fired. No, I'm not even on top of that. He's fired, like, half of his administration, like, just because they were so, like, poorly chosen, like, just because he was, like, told, I'm assuming he must have been told, like, yeah, do this because we want this, or, I don't know. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, he, every time somebody says something about him, or like, every time somebody does something that can get him in trouble, they're just gone. Like, it might not even be his fault, but if it's just his, like, gross, like, neglect, like, just because he did it, just because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and they say, like, yeah, you just didn't know what the fuck you were doing, like, you're getting fired. Wait, I was reading some list, and there's like 15 people, like, under him that have been fired, and that's like the most in history. Yeah, that's why I'm voting for Kanye, nigga, next year, or 2 years from now. Yeah, I'm voting for Kanye. He's gonna, like, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna, like, rejuvenate the sneaker game or something like that.
I'm gonna give you a major key. The key is I notice a trend. Pretty much anytime we play a game on a day that ends with a Y, then I'm gonna have a good day. You know what I'm saying? So that's my own personal brand of advanced analytics. So you can expect these types of games for the rest of the season, unless something changes with the calendar. I don't know.
From what I've read, he's not even that successful.
Every month, right?
He was.
Kevin, back to you.
He is, but he was born into that shit. All he had to do was, like, keep it going, and he kind of fucked that up too. But, like, he was born into multi-billion-dollar businesses, and he like sent, like, a couple of them bankrupt, like 2 or 3 of them bankrupt. But he's just that rich that he, like, it doesn't matter. But that's just what I've read, like, from people who have their own opinions, just on Reddit and shit. So I don't take that shit to, like, to heart. But I mean, I'm sure they have facts, and you can look it up. But I don't know the other side, which is why I don't say anything for facts. Yeah, I know he's rich. He's born to be rich, and he knows how to be rich. That's all I know.
Anthony's got 14 points for the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Turner, and that one goes long.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the
I knew who Donald Trump was because my mom would always watch this show. It was called The Apprentice. Yeah, it was a reality TV show, and it was called The Apprentice. And he'd be like, every time somebody fucked up, he would do the fucking, oh, this is what you're talking about, the finger thing. He would do the finger thing and be like, you're fired. Like, when he would do it, and it was like the main gimmick of the show. Like, anytime somebody heard that, like, everybody would be like, good. Like, I just remember my mom she used to always watch that move. But that's like Reagan too, apparently. Reagan was like some actor. He barely had any shit. Not saying according to certain people, he wasn't a good president either. But not like on these ridiculous levels. Maybe Donald Trump isn't even like that bad a president. He just makes himself look bad, honestly, sometimes.
From George. The Thunder lead by 12.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he makes himself look bad, but
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
not saying he's good or bad, because I feel like he's not, but I don't know for sure.
Being a playmaker, but what we're seeing out of Westbrook now, great vision.
Like almost 2. Like a year and like 4 or 5 months or something like that. I think. Yeah, it's only been like a year. Not even. He's like 9, 11 months in or something like that. To what was it, November? Last November?
Looking to end the run, and Miller with the block.
That block right there, all about persistence. DJ staying with his man and playing terrific high-energy defense.
Yeah, all I know is times are nuts, and like, just don't talk to me about it unless you're like a good friend, or because I don't want to get like into some super heated argument that I know nothing about.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yeah, like, you're just gonna tell me like about some dumb shit that I don't really care about. And honestly, I just know about him making like he's just saying fooled up shit. Like,
There is a discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
like I don't know what his policies are and shit. I just know that like he just sounds dumb on Twitter. Yeah, he wants to build a wall that he's probably never gonna build, and I'm like.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court.
Yeah, like some vendetta against immigrants and like Kaepernick is the devil and Steph Curry's whack as fuck. Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? That's literally all I know. If that's all I know about you, then you can't really be like. You can't. I don't know. I just can't take it as seriously. You're a president.
The rebuild is on it, would appear.
And a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leaving. Won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
The Pacers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
He can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss. They have no idea how to contain him.
And a bit of a bittersweet question for you, Brent. We know you spent so many years with the Sonics who eventually were uprooted and became this Thunder team. How badly would you like to see Seattle get a basketball team again?
I think it's the NBA's mission to get back to Seattle, and under Adam Silver, he's actually.
And then people are like, yeah, like all the like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to call them. Like people, I don't know, like the right side, like the right wing. People call them the right wing and like the left wing. Really, I don't give a fuck what side you're on. It's just sometimes one side sounds stupid, fooled up, and the other side sounds stupid, fooled up to me. And it just changes, like it's like changes like the seasons, like I don't know, like but they're calling Kaepernick like disrespectful because he's protesting like peacefully, like you said, like he's just doing what he has the right to do. But when somebody on their side does it. On either side, really. But on either side, really, yeah. Like, I don't know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody has their own, like, Kaepernick to, like, which to me he's doing, like, he's just doing what he should do. But there's so many people that disagree with that, and there's so many people that, like, there's so much, like, hypocrisy. You remember... This is what I see on Reddit all the time, which is basically my main source of like all news, because it's not like it's fooled up enough to where like I can laugh about it, but it's not fooled up enough to where like I don't get real news from it. But like the people that comparing like Kaepernick to, you remember that lady who wouldn't say, she wouldn't do something for gay people, for like a gay couple at work.
tenacious.
Like she was working at like a supermarket or some shit. She like the shit really got blown up.
He wants to know about his opponent. He wants to get better as a
And she wouldn't do that. And like a lot of people were backing her up for it. Like the people that are like talking shit about Kaepernick. But then he does it, and now it's like some dismissal of the military and like some fucking.
Not only wants to improve himself, he wants to have a better understanding of every aspect of the game. That's his.
Yeah, like he's not disrespecting like the fucking Davy Crockett and shit. Like he's not he's not calling Abraham Lincoln like a pussy. He's just fucking standing up for what he likes, like for what he believes in. Like he's not disrespecting the flag. He had one purpose, and that's the only purpose. Like you can say that about either side because they both do say some fooled up shit, but. People are getting butthurt because they like challenges, like what the fuck. Like you're living your simple life, and then some dude's like, nah, like shit's not that simple. And you're like, yes it is, and they're like, no it's not, and you just keep saying yes it is. Yeah, like what do you mean? Like it is just because you say it isn't. Doesn't mean it's not.
He's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Pacers trail by 20.
Yeah, like
Outside Callison. Jefferson against Miller. Wells with the steal. And now Westbrook pushing it up. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50. Or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and
you see that, yeah?
That was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was.
What the oh. He got that. He got that board. It's just a dumb board that he got. That doesn't make any sense.
Three in deep play. Specialties that have emerged over the years. Any other specialties you see becoming a trend?
The one that I see as a trend, Kevin, right now is the redefining.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Think about guys like Porzingis, Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis.
I only got this shit on bronze. That's max. Nah, I don't get it. Because I'm all offensive. Like, I'm just a pure scorer.
Yeah, most of those old guys will take back to the home, Kevin. Just enjoy it while you can.
Here's Oladipo.
God.
Indiana will retain possession. Stevenson's checked in for Victor Oladipo. Timeout called the Pacers.
They're gonna smack that shit to the fucking.
Their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Here is Stevenson.
Oh my.
Let's have a look at the league's top scorers for the past month. To say these guys have been hot is an understatement. DJ third.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
The Pacers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People are nuts.
Stevenson trucks them both. Now Wells provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Patterson, the screen, and it's Miller penetrating.
Yeah.
DJ throws it down.
And once he gets down that lane, DJ is not going to go easy. He's going to finish with some strength.
Allison with it. He's got 6. On the wing, Stevenson. Patterson defending. There's the bonus. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Oklahoma City called for the foul.
I might as well just finish this game. See what kind of stats I get. They'll probably take me out for a little bit.
Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis, very creative in his own right. And Sabonis is a very skilled young big man. He stepped right into the starting role last year with the Thunder and consistently was getting about 20 minutes trying to figure out where it is that he could be effective. The one thing about Sabonis that I think is going to help him is more touches around the paint. Last year, a lot of room to grow as a perimeter player. We'll see if he can put it together this year.
Collison kicks to Sabonis. And here's Collison. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
It just depends. People don't play like that in the park. Like, I can, like, it's harder to read real people than it is a fucking computer. I could do that, but I would have to, like, take time. Usually you don't have that time because, like, we're always trying to pass back and forth, so you don't have, like, time to, like, size up somebody and, like, look at what they're trying to do and, like,
and the Pacers can't get it to go.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memory.
that's because that's a good fucking move to do.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since the
Hey, if you think a nigga's rushing you too hard and he's gonna get lost, all you have to do is just take a step and put that bitch up. I'll try though. I mean, I'm sure I could. I could get more post moves in, but
Well, imagine this, Kevin, a DJ finding his rhythm.
getting more post moves in is like you getting 10 seconds to dribble, which I don't like having the ball for that long, or else I feel like I'm hogging it. Unless I'm backing a nigga down, I know I can just sit on.
Here's Turner, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Indiana making some changes. Josh checked in for Young, and Davey Wilkins subbed in for Lance Stevenson. Out to Miller for 3, drills the three-pointer. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Now here's Collison. Turner with the screen. It's Wilkins on the wing. To the paint. No block shot.
Yeah.
Brett, when we look at some of the classic rivalries,
Oh my fuck.
I know there's emotionally charged now, at least just by the first appearance. Is there a way to get that back the way it was?
I don't think so, Kevin, just because everything is too accessible for us. It used to be that the distance between those cities seemed to be the exact mileage that the cities were that far apart. Now you can pick up your phone and you feel like if you're in San Francisco, you might as well be in LA.
Sure.
And so it's really hard to get that dynamic to
Yeah,
happen.
it's just gonna be fucking like All-Star game shit on a puny team, like another All-Star team, like shit on some rookie team, like it's rookies and it's veteran All-Stars every team.
Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 2 for
That doesn't make any sense. And then it's just gonna be All-Stars versus dumb All-Stars.
Here's Collison.
This year is gonna be. They're calling this the craziest offseason like in NBA history.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Like, this is gonna be a hard year to play. Like, if you play like fantasy sports or like fantasy basketball, it's gonna be a hard year because the stats are gonna be like, they're gonna be so hard to guess. Like usually, like I said, like who was I talking about earlier? Like Porzingis, he's gonna be a top 5 pick because he's by himself and there's nobody else that can get stats like he's gonna carry the team. Just because he's by himself and like nobody can fuck with him except for like a couple people in the NBA.
I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of
other than that, like Anthony Davis is sharing the rock with DeMarcus Cousins, so that's good, but it's not really good for stats because he's gonna be sharing his stats with another dumb all-star. Paul George and Russell Westbrook and Carmelo, you kind of don't want to get them unless they're like third round pick, because unless not Russell you want, but Russell will be good first round. But like Paul George and those niggas, they won't be putting up dumb stats like they did last year because they're not by themselves. Like they're gonna take a massive cut in stats. The only team that stays consistently like just stupid, like it doesn't matter who's on their team, is Golden State. Like Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, those are always top 3 picks. Just because they do so much shit that it doesn't matter like who's on their team. Like they're just so fucking stupid, like so like overpowered that if you get lucky enough to get first 3 picks, first like pick 1, pick 2, pick 3, you're gonna pick Kevin Durant, you're gonna pick Steph Curry, or you're gonna pick you're probably gonna pick Russell after that. And then after that, that's when like LeBron James comes in and shit. That's just fun though, man. Have you ever, you know how you do that shit? Like, you know anything about that? Except from what I told you? Like, except from like how I explained it to you? It's pretty cool. That's why I know like literally every NBA player, because I fucking follow like all their stats dumb hard just so I know how to win in fantasy.
And he banks in the layup. Miller's got 29. Loves a tenacity DJ showing right there. A man all over it.
And it's pretty cool because like when you have a nigga on your team, like I never watched the Denver Nuggets play till I seen Jokic play, until I seen like the numbers he was putting up, and I was like, wow, like this dude's gonna be a fucking all-star. Like that nigga's nuts. That nigga's fucking nuts. Like I remember telling these niggas like 2-3 years ago, I was like, bro, he's pretty fucking good. And he was only getting like bench. He was still like how we are in the career, like in the first 20 games. That's how he was, but he was still putting up fat numbers. And I was like, damn, like when this nigga starts starting, like when he's a starter, he's gonna be dumb. So I picked him up, and he was like one of the heaviest sleepers of the year. Like I never gave him up, and you couldn't ask me to trade for him because he was just that dumb. Like there's not too many. He's like a Porzingis. Like you're not gonna find too many people that can score 20 points a game, 10 boards, and 10 assists a game, and he's a center. That nigga's a fucking unicorn. Like that nigga's just he's a freak of nature. Like you were born to play basketball, bro.
Everything that this team does, whether it's behind the tables or on the court. This guy's itching for a scratch.
They set the pick. Passes it to Anavogu. Oladipo outside. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3.
That's trash.
Grabs the miss. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
God, this nigga slapped the fuck out of him, and he's still throwing balls. You see, look, he's gonna throw a couple jabs at me too. Look, watch.
From the charity stripe. That free throw from Miller.
You saw that?
And both free throws good for DJ. Hey, Brent, when you look at the All-Star ballot, it's amazing how many worthy point guards have to be left off the roster. How'd the league end up with so many great players at that position?
He was throwing like fucking Mayweather, like McGregor bows and shit.
The one guy who I feel really badly for over the course certainly of the
Oh,
is
nigga.
one Mike Conley. Any
Dog,
coach
just
in the league would
call
take
me
Mike
Wilt
Conley
Chamberlain
at the top of
Jr.,
the
dog.
pack. Yet he's dealing with
Call me Wilt Chamberlain Jr.
Russell Westbrook,
Oh my.
James Harden, Tony Parker,
Wilt Chamberlain
Steve
Jr.
Nash,
I
Chauncey
won't accept
Billups,
any other
Chris
name.
Paul. Should I go on, Kevin? It is a very, very tough position.
James, it says it all. There's a good screen. Shot to stop the run. Another miss by Oladipo.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble.
And another hit. Shot made once more from Miller. DJ's got 37.
Yeah.
Indiana's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only
And Sabonis. Sabonis is supposed to be really good too. But he's still like, it's his second year, so he's still like undecided yet.
Like seeing Oladipo around the rim.
Like niggas don't know if he's gonna be really good, like Porzingis, or if he's gonna be like decent. But he was like top 5 picks last year.
And Kristen kicks to Abrinas. Miller right side. It's rebounded by
That nigga, he stacks his fucking team because he owns the league, dog. And like, when niggas starts getting shitted on, he'll like beg niggas to trade for him, like to trade to him. So this nigga will have like Russell and like fucking Paul George and like goddamn Karl Anthony Towns on his team and fucking, and just like he'll have like 5 starters that don't make any sense. So that would be like an all-star team. And meanwhile, I'm in second place with like fucking, yeah, I'm in second place with Damian Lillard, Anthony Davis, and like the rest are just niggas that I like have to like I'm struggling with. Like that's why it's bullshit, because he controls the league. Like, yes, but this is what I'm saying. Like, these niggas give up. Like, they know they're not gonna, like, they pick their team, and if they don't do good at the beginning, then they just give the fuck up. And then they're like, alright, whatever. Like, and then Jeremy's like, hey, let me make this trade. And they're like, alright. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're gonna trade Russell Westbrook for goddamn like LaMarcus Aldridge and shit? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that shit's whack as fuck. Like, you're rigging the league. And I'm supposed to owe you $20 after?
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Like, that's the kind of,
to Ferguson. Back to Miller. It's stolen.
that's the kind of dumb shit that they do. Like, they'll fucking trade Paul George for like, for fucking like Darren Collison and like Joakim Noah and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, why are you trading fucking Hassan Whiteside for fucking Biombo and shit? Like, what are you doing? That's just whack as fuck. And me and Rooch are always like ragging. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, you rigged the fucking league. Cause it's true, but it's still funny to like see him like, nah. Like, he'll have like Hassan and like fucking Russell and goddamn Giannis Antetokounmpo and shit, and like, and we're me and Rooch are like, we always get second and third place. Like, we swap second and third place for like the last 3 years because this nigga always has some overpowered ass team. Like,
Look, Shaq and the guys want to talk to you in the studio. Really? Yeah, right this way.
like we're keeping up just because we're like good at doing it. He's keeping up because like niggas are stupid as fuck.
The 2K Sports post-game show. And we welcome you back. I'm Bernie Johnson. We got Shaq. We got Kenny. With this one in the books. We've got a special post-game guest.
Because he's just like, yeah, bro, like, you're not gonna win. Just give me, basically, that's basically what he's doing. But me and Roots don't do that. Like, yeah, like this nigga Javon, he does stupid shit. He had LeBron last year. He kept LeBron, but he gave up Kemba Walker for like, I don't remember who, like, for like 3 role players or some shit like that.
You know, if they make all their shots, then I don't get any rebounds.
No, that's what I'm. That's why me and Roots veto these shits. Like, you have an option to, like, if somebody makes a trade that's so stupid, you can veto it. And like, if enough people say like, no, that's stupid as fuck, then it's automatic. Like, nah, like you can't trade that. But if he does it over and over again, and you know you're not gonna win, like he'll literally do the same trade over and over again, to where you're like, oh my god, he's gonna do this all year. Then you just fucking give up, and you just kind of want to win just to piss him off, but you're not gonna win just because it's too OP. It's not really. He's not really like stupid OP. Look, I'll give you examples. Yeah, like those examples are like real. Like he'll give up like Kemba Walker for like Damari Carroll and like fucking and like he'll give up like people will give up like Russell Westbrook for like Kyle Lowry or some shit like that, and that doesn't make sense. Like Kyle Lowry's a great player, but he's not no like once in a lifetime nigga like Russell. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he's not no top 10 pick. That shit just stupid though. Yeah, like they're trading Shaq for Robin Lopez and like fucking Kobe for fucking Klay Thompson and shit. Like, nah, that's not even that stupid of a trade. Like, that would be a bad trade, but that's not even like that would be way more reasonable than the shit that they're doing. Like, Klay Thompson's gonna hit you 4 threes a game. That's worth it, just from the threes. Yeah, like he's gonna get you. Like you're gonna win threes with like 3-point shooting with him. Like the only three better. That's what I'm saying. That would be. Remember when a disgusting Shaq and Steph. What do you think would be more nuts? I said, what do you think would be more nuts? But Shaq and Steph, though, dog. Like Steph, I don't know that. Shaq is gonna be disgusting no matter what. Yeah, Steph and Kobe would be. All 3 of them would be disgusting no matter what. Doesn't matter if they're by themselves or not. They're still going to the playoffs and they're still probably making the conference finals. But yeah, like they both like did the same shit. Like just took the league by storm. Like Steph with his threes and like Shaq just with his dumb dominance. Like there hasn't been a nigga like Shaq since like Bill Russell and like Kareem and shit. Yeah, like they're just so big and like so skilled. I wouldn't even say Shaq is skilled. Shaq is just honestly. Of course, of course. But no, I was just gonna say like Shaq is dumb skilled. What I'm saying, even if he wasn't skilled, he would still probably be like he'd be like Bo Jackson. Like Shaq, it almost was Bo Jackson. Like he didn't Shaq damn near he never really like practiced that hard. Like he was like Frieza. Like he didn't really have to try. So most of his career he just like cruised through it. And he always says like on the team, like on a NBA like when there's a game and they talk about shit like that, he's always saying like, yeah, I didn't really like apply myself. Like he did, of course. 'Cause I mean, how else are you gonna make to the NBA? But that's what I'm saying. Like he was like a Bo Jackson. Like he's a fucking like unicorn. Like a Kurtz, but on steroids. Like Porzingis is a unicorn because he's 7'3", and he's like as fast as Anthony Davis and can shoot threes and yam on a nigga's mouth. Like him and Anthony Davis are like they're like dumb prospects that you know are gonna like prosper no matter what. But Shaq was like them times two. Yeah. But he was like Bo Jackson. Like if he would have practiced, that's why he never got it better at free throws because he never like gave a fuck. He didn't need them. He never got better at free throws. He never got better at shooting because he never gave a fuck. And plus, niggas didn't need that. Like they just like yam on niggas' mouths. Like yeah. Like the reason why I say he's like huh? Nah. What was you gonna say? I said the reason why I say he's on like Bo Jackson's level is because this nigga Bo Jackson would say like practice is a waste of time and still run like a 4.1 and shit and like a 40. And like he wouldn't show it. He played baseball. He was on the All-Star teams for baseball and football at the same time and never went to practice. That's like how Shaq was. Like Shaq's always just being fooled up. He's still always being fooled up and like a drama queen. And they're still like you can't. They're just born. Like you're just born with the ability like to just play the game so stupid well that doesn't matter how much work you put in, like you're not gonna stop them. It's like LeBron. That's the only thing you can compare him to, like LeBron. Like them niggas are like born to do that. Like there's nothing else that they would be better at, except for like football or some shit. You're just like freaks of nature, and on top of that, you love to do it. Like not only are you like good and like you're good just for being born, but you like have the dedication and the hard work to put time into it and shit. LeBron. Yeah, like yeah, but Kobe and Jordan, I feel like are different because they had dumb raw talent, of course, but they had like killer instincts that like I don't feel like Shaq didn't really need that kind of shit because like I said, he would be dominant with or without it. But like Kobe and MJ, they needed that shit because or else they would have just been superstars, but they wouldn't have been Kobe and MJ. That's what.
Kobe and Shaq just
Yeah, that's why Kobe and Shaq didn't really like fuck with each other because they like. Oh, I'm not saying that's the only reason. Because apparently they had a bunch of issues that like had nothing to do with the game of basketball. but
yeah.
but huh?
I don't know. I just think basketball is like so fucking stupid with like the money. It's like the Kyrie and LeBron. They're both like alpha players in like like so it's like I well for them I guess it was like since it was Kobe like he like wanted to be like the guy, but I mean he didn't have a problem with it. I mean they had problems, but they were still bicker. But Shaq was just like I mean, he was just stupid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Kobe,
He was
you know how Kobe is. That nigga's going to practice 10,000 hours, and Shaq comes in like hung over and shit, and like, like he's just partying. He's just like partying like the night before, and like drops 30 on your head on the like the next day.
yeah. And then he was like the leader of the team. I mean, both of them was, but Shaq still won like MVP.
You think that shit's whack?
What?
Like when people criticize Kyrie for leaving, or even like a Kevin Durant or like a LeBron.
No, I mean, people always complain about it. I don't know. The whole like thing about LeBron and Kevin and Kyrie, same thing they have in common. They all have egos, and they all talk shit. But I mean, can't really complain honestly, because I remember back when LeBron left, it was pretty much like the whole hating thing. Like everyone hated him. It's like everyone just hated fucking LeBron. Just because they were like the super team back then. But now, freaking Kyrie's different because he kind of hold the reins. Not that he had like a problem with LeBron. I'm pretty sure he just he's a smarmy, so he kind of wanted to do that. I mean, hey, I respect it. It's whatever. I mean, yeah, I was surprised, but
Nah, like not like the actual like. Nah, I don't know. Never mind.
like, what do you mean? His like idea of leaving, or
No, I'm just saying like. I watched that nigga. What is his name? Not Skip Bayless. He's the other nigga.
um,
The other nigga that was eating him up with Stephen when Stephen A. Smith was asking him, which is weird to me. Stephen A. Smith is usually the guy that's like trying to go at your neck, but for some reason it was the other guy going at his
the
neck.
white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
His name is
I like.
Stewart or something like that. Something Stewart.
Is that a different like they don't work together? Like Skip and Steven, like they don't uh they're not like on the like same like show, so like they're not like work they don't work together,
I'm not
right?
sure. I know they're. I know. I don't know.
Like I'm pretty sure
I'm pretty.
Steven's like not
Uh,
a skit, but they're both like cover sports, but I know what guy you're talking about. I like watching. I like them too, like Steven and the other dude. Like I mean I like. I mean I don't like watch like a lot of Skip Bayless. I know the other guy that he's with, and I know who Skip is. I've like seen like what he said, but I know what guy you're talking about. He was like spitting up Kyrie, right? Like they're him and Steven, they both they see like the white dude. I don't know what you said, Stewart.
Oh,
I
it's
think his
called
first name is Stewart.
Quite Frankly or First
Wait,
Take.
wait, what?
The show that they're on. Yeah. First
Okay.
Take is the show that they're on.
Yeah, like the other guy, he may seem like Steven's like
Max
stupid ness, and
Kellerman.
then the other guy's kind of more chill. But that other guy, he can like spit and like get his point across. Like they're both.
Hell yeah, he's obnoxious about it. Sometimes I can't watch that nigga just because he's saying bullshit just to like catch a rating or something. And I'm like, nigga, shut your mouth. Like, yeah, I don't see him do it as much, which is why I was kind of surprised that he was like, he took the other side this time. Which, huh? No, I was just gonna say like, usually, it's Stephen A. Smith playing the bad cop, and it's the other guy playing the good cop. He doesn't hold back, but he's not like politician about it like Stephen A. Smith is. Like Stephen A. Smith, or like he kind of wants you to shut your mouth when you don't agree with him. Like he kind of like he doesn't listen to you. Like when you're like talking and he's asking you a question, but he doesn't agree. Like he's gonna keep asking you that question until like you get pissed too. Yeah, and I was just watching this shit like, man, hey, like, what do you? That shit was just weak to me, bro. I don't know, man. That shit just annoys me. Like, how you gonna tell another man how to live his life? Like, you care. I know you care about sport, and I know it's entertainment, but this man's making like a life decision, and you're just, like talking about LeBron James the whole time, like that's his fucking mom or some shit. Like he has to get approval before he does something or some shit like that. Yeah. But that shit was fun. It was funny, but then at the same time, like, nigga, shut your mouth, dog. Like, like the man wants to move. Like, at the end of the day, like, he just wants to move to a different city and like do something new. Yeah, like they're all nuts, like trying to catch their ratings. which is not, which is the point of the show. Like that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, like, god damn, like you're going at this man like he just he just murdered somebody or some shit like that. Like, like they're pissed about like they're not just asking, they're yelling the questions at him. Like, why did you do this? And like, what are you thinking? And like, what do you mean? What am I thinking? Like, I'm thinking about me. Like I'm thinking about like what I want to do. Like I make millions of dollars a year. Like I make millions of dollars a year to like put practice in like thousands of hours in. Like what are you thinking about? Yeah, man. And Kyrie's like, I I feel like we'll know. Yeah, we'll know next year like why he left. If LeBron leaves, I mean it's gonna be it's a simple fact that like if LeBron leaves, we know Kyrie left for that reason. If he doesn't, then we know he left for what he said. You know, people are saying some crazy shit. Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Chris Paul, and who else? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Paul George, yeah, and Paul George are all gonna be free agents next year. So they're saying maybe all them niggas gonna be the Lakers next year. That's what they call it, the banana boat. Hold on. I'm gonna go take a picture quick. Hello? Alright. Nastiest trio you could think of today. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like there's nothing you can do against that. Like you have premium inside scoring with all three of them really, but KD and LeBron. You saw KD and LeBron, right? Yeah, just dumb inside scoring. Just because these niggas, KD's 7 feet tall, but dribbles like a point guard, and LeBron's just a freak of nature. Yeah, and he can pass, and he's one of the like smartest players to ever play the game and shit. Yeah. Hmm. I'm trying to think of something that could compete. Only thing I can come up with is Anthony Davis, Kyrie, and who would be the second? Or Anthony Davis and Russ. Hmm. Yeah. Anthony Davis, Kawhi, Kyrie. Honestly, I think they would still lose, but I think it would be pretty damn close. I think they would still lose, but I think it would be pretty close.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Are they in the same league?
City, the results have been excellent for them over the first half of the season.
In the same league? I don't know. James Harden might not even be in that league. James Harden might not be in the league of like Steph, LeBron, and Kawhi, and like KD. I think Steph's in the league just because of like the niggas like reshaped the entire game of basketball. But yeah, like but you had to. People are saying that KD wouldn't have, when you think about like the advanced numbers, which I don't know too much about. When we get into that shit, the gravity of Steph, like literally as soon as he steps over the half court line, like are they saying the game? That's when niggas start guarding him. So like, if he gets by you, or if he looks like he's gonna beat you, or if he like as soon as he gets like an inch of space, he's gonna pull a shot, or he's gonna like just drain a mid range. Like the gravity that he possesses, like when he steps over the half court line, like the amount of attention that is on him just takes away from like the entire team, like the other team. Like they all have to be focused on him. Like it takes at least 2 or 3 people to stop him. So when that happens, and then you have a person like KD, who it takes another 2 or 3 people to stop him, like all he has to do is just draw attention to himself, pass to KD, and then that's really fucking it. And then if KD can't do, that's the way. Like when you look at the way that teams play, like Steph, they're double teaming him as soon as he steps over the half. Like when they see a pick and roll, when they see KD and Steph pick and roll, that's like they're immediately like the half court line's right, like literally a foot behind them. That's how close they're guarding him. And KD is he's just so KD'd that you can't do anything to stop him. If you want to stop Steph, you can't stop Kevin Durant. If you want to stop Kevin Durant, you can't stop Steph. That's what they call it. And like I don't know how they put it, like the advanced, like just like the you know, like the plus minuses and like the fucking shit like that, like the gravity he possesses. Huh? Yeah. But like the plus minuses and like the player efficiency ratings and like the fucking true shooting percentages and shit. Steph is so stupid on those levels that niggas like, I don't know. You can't leave this nigga open from 30 feet away from the basket. So that leaves so much space to do shit with. Because you have to double team him or you're gonna get fucked up. That's why KD wasn't averaging. Well, it's not why. KD obviously got better as a player, but that's why KD wasn't averaging a triple double on fucking on the Thunder, because you don't have to do that. Because you know what Russ is gonna do. He's not one dimensional, but he's not as dynamic as like a. He just doesn't require like you to reach out that far on defense. Like if you guard him on the 3, then that's good defense. But if you guard Steph on the 3, then that might not even matter. When you're shooting 45, like heavily contested shots, 45% from that shit. But yeah, that's why I would only, because he's definitely not in the like some athletic league as though. Like he doesn't match up with them in that aspect. But he's probably the most skillful player that I've ever seen. Like Kyrie is dumb skillful, but I don't think he's not on. I don't really think he's on the same level as. I think honestly, I think Kyrie's a little more clutch than Steph. He has more like a Kobe mentality than Steph. But I think if you want just like overall, just like stupidity, like you can't do shit about it kind of nigga. Then you have to go with Steph.
What's going on, Luka? My sister called. She knows I'm in town. So pick it up, man. She probably misses you. She wants to borrow another $500. What? Don't mind your business and play your game. I got this. Hey, sis.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck? What did we say before? I know Steph, LeBron, and KD.
Appreciate you, man. I've been putting in work, bro.
What about? What about?
Yeah, man.
Nah, I don't know. I was gonna say Harden, Kyrie, and fucking
Alright, man. We'll connect after this.
Kawhi or Davis.
Play well.
It's a road game for the Thunder, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports.
Can you hear my screen?
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline.
But you can't like hear it through your TV or through your headphones.
Everybody's glad to see him come back. It was surprising to me to see just how well they were able to kind of cope with his injury. A lot of guys stepped up in his absence, and they really hardly missed a beat.
Well, having depth is such a big deal for these teams, Clark. As you get deep into the season, we see how these injuries begin to pile up.
Yeah, and they can hurt you. And you know they're going to happen. You've got to be lucky. A lot of it depends on your preparation and your preventative training. And that's not only on the training staff.
Yeah, I wish I could play on this camera in the park.
Get their rest and do the things they need to do to try to be ready to play every game.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair.
I like this camera way better than 2K.
Spiller in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Westbrook drives in. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you know Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
The shot by George, no good. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Miller with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. They get it back. To the inside. Second chance shot. And DJ with the layup. DJ's got his second basket of the night.
Like the way DJ finishes around the defense. Even when he's surrounded inside, he's composed. He doesn't get rattled. Big time forward.
Embiid with a screen on Westbrook.
We didn't watch the fucking. I've been watching Walking Dead lately.
Pocket 6. And Reddick gets to George. No good off the back of the rim. Well, it was the
Yeah.
76ers, their last
It's
game
too late
of the
to watch that long ass
in
shit.
Minnesota.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the
I'm on season 4, episode 3 now.
Ditto that. When you give up this many points,
Or no, episode 4 now, I
makes it
think.
a lot easier for the opposition.
Yeah, I finished episode 3.
tough defense there.
Where he just dropped Carol off, and he was like, yeah, just
They need a
stay the fuck away.
way here to regain some confidence.
Simmons dishes to Embiid for Miller.
Yeah.
This by Philadelphia.
Like, stay away before, like, I have to kill you, or some shit.
Anthony, the pass to Miller. Miller with another miss. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Fultz kicks to George. Fultz dishes to Reddick. Embiid sets the pick for Reddick. High, arcing shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, J.J. Redick had quite the interesting free agency period. Greg, ultimately he signs with the 76ers on a huge 1-year, $23 million deal.
Yeah, and this is the team that wanted him. Great fit, but they're shooting something that they obviously needed. And Redick had a lot of suitors.
Oh! Are you still watching the... My bad. Are you still watching the goddamn... Look at this dumbass shit.
Would not be denied. Love how he forces his way through.
And this is his
I'm gonna start watching. Like, when? Or, like, what season? Or, like, what episode? I had seen all of season 3, but I just didn't remember what, like, really what happened. So I started watching, like, halfway through season 3.
2016, that's the second worst 3-year stretch in NBA history.
What the I don't know why he does all that extra bullshit. But yeah, I probably watched like 8 episodes.
Best of the best. You look at Miller. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
And Clark, for the Sixers, it seems they're finally headed in the right direction.
Well, I think that's the benefit of patience and all of those high draft picks.
Oh my dog, Andrew was pissing me off.
But they rebuilt the roster from the ground up, and I think it gives them a strong foundation going forward.
And finished off by Westbrook.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
You know, they seem to be on the same page out there, Greg. I mean, definitely the momentum is with them.
She was always a dumbass, like always wants to do more than she can, and like gets frustrated when like, and then like you let her help. Like she's like the Timmy that we used to let play football, and like we would be playing tackle football, and we would say no just because you're gonna fucking cry after, and he would always end up crying and like getting everybody in trouble and shit.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
There's Sean Holmes. He's checked in for Embiid. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams.
Yeah, she was so fucking fooled up. Like I understand, like you're a lost woman. Like it's not uncommon, especially in like some kind of environment like that. Like I would understand, like it's magnified. But still, at the same time, like you're like the amount of foolishness. It's just unjustifiable. Like, like you can only argue a certain amount. Like you can only defend that to like a certain extent. Like the governor, like he's like dissing her up all season. Like you're just a visitor. Like nah. Like what are you talking about? Like you don't have any authority. Like good speech. Now go fucking. Now go pour some water. Like what do you mean? Like how do you not see that? Like he does. Not only does he not care about you, but there's also a bunch of dumb shit that's so obvious. Like the nigga's nuts. Like your best friend told you about it, and you're still like in denial. Your best friend told you about it. You seen it with your own eyes. You heard about it from like niggas who saved your life, and you're still like, I just wanted to save everybody. Like nah, like your boyfriend's nuts, and he's not gonna change. Like your boy's a madman, and he's not a good person.
Good D by Westbrook. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Kicks to Robertson. Robertson gets a screen. Robertson can't hit.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Like he feeds zombies. He feeds people to zombies. Like that's worse than just shooting somebody. Like, but you're still like trying to like clear it out in your mind.
Simmons against George. In his first shot attempt. Here's George. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that
yeah,
shot.
like keeps head.
Kicks to Miller. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder.
Like he keeps heads. He molests women. Like, and you're still like gonna hop in the car with him. Shut your mouth. Like you don't like. You're not part of the crew no more.
To the inside. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Now just a 5-point Thunder lead. Westbrook kicks to Well.
Yeah, like he's not a regular nigga. Like.
And that one is good from DJ. DJ's got 9.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Covington dishes to Fultz. Holmes at the screen.
Like that shit. That's like.
And now the fast break. Anthony.
That's not like going away. Like you can't like. That's not gonna be something. Like you can't like. This nigga's Hitler. What do you mean?
Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Off the screen.
She's like trying to be some fucking mediator. Like you can't negotiate with a fucking. With the Joker. Like what are you talking about?
Wells has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. The 76ers trail by 10, and the 76ers call time here.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming, even as a rental.
Damn, how we up 18?
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. And Embiid is out there with Sharp. And it's Fultz in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And so many the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a 2-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and can go.
Outside, Simmons. Left side, Reddick. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And now, with this break, here are the premier class cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month.
God damn.
Ben Simmons third.
And they've each come into their own, I think, as rebounders during this stretch. I think they're getting used to the more physical nature of the NBA.
Yeah, wiping the glass clean and not leaving a spot or streak. Let me tell you something about these two. They do it with heart, plenty of it. And that's something you can't teach.
Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Sharich with the screen for Fultz. Embiid the pass to Sharich. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid the screen. Here's Fultz. And Sharich kicks to Fultz. It's good.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
Abrinas the pass to DJ. And DJ.
Oh my God.
And DJ, just a tenacious dunker of the basketball. He has a lot of confidence when it comes to rising up and being free.
Unleash chaos.
You saw that?
Really giving us a good look at the action. Here's Fultz with the tip. And Embiid is
That's my fault, though. Your man got lost. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just let him score?
That miss into 2 points on the tip in.
hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Fultz with the ball. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. Embiid the screen. Fultz, no good.
It's just one of those games for him so far. Nothing seems to be climbing the bottom of the
Okay, see.
76ers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting in the second quarter. Screen by Sharich. Fultz dishes to Sharich. It's Reddick on the wing. Hits the three-point bomb. Reddick's got 6.
Reddick drains these shots constantly. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
George passes to Anthony. Inside. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Well, that's exactly what's been happening here. Where's the focus? Where's the intensity? Where's the resilience? Where's the energy? From the defenders, all of that is absent.
Sharich, again, Philadelphia.
And Fultz is a solid distributor, good at finding ways to get his guys involved.
Here's Abrinas. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Roberson kicks to Miller.
Oh.
Get another chance. Shoots over Embiid. There's a screen. Miller inside, guarded by Embiid. Tries yet again. And it's DJ missing.
This nigga here, though.
Trailed by 19. Embiid the screen. Sharich with the screen for Reddick. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. DJ's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Abrinas the pass to Miller. Embiid with the
That
speed.
double team me.
Here we go.
Shut that. No. You fast fuck.
Well, I love watching Simmons run the floor. So effortless and efficient in his movement.
And Brett Brown, such a great fit in Philadelphia. He loves the town, loves the game, loves the coach. He says about the town, Clark, it reminds him of his hometown.
Well, that's nice to hear because he does embody a lot of the grit that you come to know and expect from Philadelphians. I mean, it reminds him of where he's from. He's faced the media through tough times. He's always candid and forthright. And he's coaching with a long lens, as he put it, building towards something great. And, man, I tell you, that passion and enthusiasm just oozes out of him, which is pretty cool to see.
And stolen by DJ. Passes it to Roberson. And he can't can't stop this drought.
Trash ass nigga.
76ers trail by 17. Now Fultz. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average of nearly 16 points a game.
Yeah, and you know it's important that Fultz continue to develop his in-between game because he knows when to pull up.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pacers was terrific.
Trash ass nigga, bro. Get this nigga off the team. Oh, that's short. Oh, never mind.
It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on.
Greg, something really
What the fuck? Look at this nigga.
Embiid sets the pick for Fultz.
This is so stupid, dog. I never seen that one.
The basket good off the end from Simmons. 8 points for Dario Saric.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic.
She was stupid as fuck. He's like, he's still like starting plays in his hand and shit. The ball.
Here's Fultz. Saric, no good there, and that would have been single digits. Oklahoma City leading by 11. And it's good penetrating.
Damn,
And a
bitch.
foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
My nigga threw a bow as he got bowled.
Oklahoma City, they have made
He was
5
waiting.
lead.
He was waiting to slap somebody.
Over their percentage this season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Really, guys, it's just come together.
These niggas have not missed a shot. Alright, fuck this shit.
And so too are the results.
Can't score no more. These niggas start double teaming me and shit.
Holmes comes in for Saric. And Jared Bayless subbed in for J.J. Redick. Here's Miller. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Miller's got 20 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Holmes sets a screen. Feeds it to Simmons. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Alright, bro.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small in his position, he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Here's Holmes. No good there. Good D by Miller.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Embiid with a screen on Westbrook. Holmes sets a screen. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. Marked down low that time, and he got Westbrook some effort.
And here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. The past month has been surreal. He's getting around 20 points per, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library, he lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Robert Covington's checked in for Philadelphia. Dishes it to Wells. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Wells has got 14.
Superb sniping by Wells, showing great consistency with that outside shot.
Here's Fultz. And Miller with the block.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 6th rebound on the night. There's the pick. Here's the floater. A shot's good from Bayless.
Oh, it's great to see Bayless mixing it up in the post. I mean, when he's scoring in the paint, it's got to be devastating to the defense.
It's stolen by Fultz. Looking to get it going. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
First trip to the free throw line for
trying to get slow.
as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredible.
Ooh.